We're reacting to angry cops. Let's hop into the video. Let's dive into the video.
You know, I always figure that a good rule of thumb if you were a bad guy is to not rob the vehicle filled with federal officers. Washington,
How dumb you
D.C.,
gotta be.
a place where all of our politicians are. The president of the
Right.
United States. A lot of high-ranking generals, too.
Yep.
You would think that the capital of our beautiful country
Hey,
would
hold
be
on.
a safe and secure environment for everyone. And you might be surprised to figure out that that is not entirely the case.
Not the
Because
case?
the bodyguards, the personal security, which happens to be the United States Marshals, for
Right.
one of the Supreme Court justices of the United States, well, they were carjacked. Well, somebody tried to
Carjacked?
carjack them.
What?
It did not go well, obviously.
Dumbest criminals of all times. Exhibit A to show this video.
What did you expect?
And make no
Yep.
mistake, this is not the first time that a politician or a politician's security group guard personnel ended up in a little bit of a scuffle. Even just
Right.
last year, Joe Biden's daughter obviously has a security detail. Somebody
Of
tried
course.
to rob her or her car or break into her house or something, and the Secret Service was like, shoot at the cat. Which probably wasn't the right answer, considering it wasn't life or limb if somebody's just trying to break into a car. But that's a different story.
I mean, it's a
Either
Secret
way,
Service. What do
even
you expect?
politicians aren't safe from street crime or their security. But before
Facts.
we dive a little bit deeper into this incident, word from this video's sponsors.
Get your money, AC, but we're here for the story. Let's get it.
What happened? Well, there's two boop, boop, federal agents chilling out in a car, providing security for Justice Sonia Sotomayor,
Right?
one of our Supreme Court justices. You might
Right.
say she's a big deal.
I'm kind of a big deal.
So imagine, there's two federal agents in the car. Beep, boop. And they're just chilling, playing on their phones, throwing money
Swiping
at their
on
favorite
TikTok.
OnlyFans girl or guy.
Hey,
I don't
yo,
know.
whoa, hey,
Probably
hey,
sipping on a cup
hey,
of coffee, trying to stay up.
Hey,
It's
yo.
already 1 in the morning. But then a silver minivan pulls up. Whatever. Single man gets out.
Okay.
Goes up to the door of the car that's holding the two federal marshals in it. Pulls
Yeah.
out a pistol. Fake pistol. It's a fake pistol, YouTube.
Okay, okay,
And
okay, okay.
gently taps
You
on
can tell it's fake because it's blue. Blue means for training. Okay. Everybody got that? Okay, cool. Now we got it.
the window to tell the individuals inside, who are once again
Federal agents. Right.
to get out of the car. This is a carjacking. To which the federal agents respond with,
Okay. Oh!
now it goes without saying, but those two federal agents lit up that idiot, and that volley of fire caused the gray silver minivan to speed away.
Damn.
Later on, the minivan was found. Turns out it was stolen.
Of course.
Who knew? A stolen vehicle used to commit more crimes? Amazing.
Yep.
But there he sits, young hoodlum, with a hole in his face.
Right.
And the federal agent's going, well, you're under arrest. Guess we gotta take you to the hospital and get you patched up. And then you
Dumbass.
get to go straight to jail.
Right to jail.
What are his
Right
charges?
to jail.
Criminal possession of a firearm,
Right to jail.
armed robbery,
You right to jail.
and because he had an extended mag, a large capacity ammunition feeding device.
You got a felony. That's gonna be my trademark now. Watch.
You got a felony.
What do you expect?
Believe it or not, jail right away.
Now,
Not jail right away.
considering that he did this to federal agents, I would assume that these charges could be federal. I think they might be charged local, but because they're
Felony.
federal agents, I wonder if
Felony.
there's some sort of clause in there that they could say, oh, you know, I feared for my life or whatever, and we're going to charge this federally.
You got
Got a felony.
That
Yes,
would be
sir.
great. Unfortunately, I could not find the mugshot. Hopefully, my editor can. Is it there?
I
If
could not.
I don't know who he's
He
going to
could
put
not.
up there. But young
Yep, there he
Kentrell
goes.
Flowers, 18 years of age, made quite possibly one of the dumbest mistakes he could have ever in his life. Not only
Where's the lie?
just stealing a car with his buddy and sticking up people, but these agents are going to be a great complainant. They're not going to be like, you know what, I can't make it to court that day, or he's just a kid, we should let him go, I feel bad for him. No, these federal agents are going to go, I shot him, I have to go to court, we have to charge him, and they're going to be fantastic witnesses.
Yeah. I mean, they got all the time in the world since they're protecting a Supreme Court justice judge. So they got time.
This getting
They got
screwed. This getting so screwed. And I love it. And he should be, because
Yep.
he's a turd. This goes to show you how important having unmarked cars and undercover police officers or plainclothes police officers
Right.
is.
Are.
How important it is. Yeah, words are hard. That's why we have them, unmarked cars and plainclothes personnel. Because dumb criminals don't give a shit. They're just gonna do their crimes. They're not gonna care who they're doing it to until
Facts.
it's too late. I can only imagine what those two agents in the car were doing when that happened. What's that, man?
Probably on X, Twitter, the naughty side of Twitter, but mainly doing this, and they're like, "Oh, we're getting robbed." Bow. End the story.
Hey, man, doing?
Oh.
Who's this guy? It's happening! I can't believe it's happening!
Fake gun, YouTube, fake gun.
No, I can't believe it either!
Yep.
I said earlier that the justice these marshals were protecting was Sonia Sotomayor.
Right?
Which makes it kind of interesting
A felony?
because this specific justice, as you can see right here, very nice,
Right.
very professional, is
Right.
not very pro Second Amendment, and I'll give you some examples. 'Cause of
Oh.
course I will. If I'm not mistaken, this ruling was back in 2010, but she states that the Second Amendment does not include self-defense.
Well, I'm glad that your bodyguard agents can self-defend themselves. That's all I got.
Which is an interesting take,
Right?
because people who would argue against that, myself, the Second
Yep.
Amendment states that we have the right to bear,
To bear arms.
to
Yep.
protect ourselves from a tyrannical government. And I would
Right.
say, if you're defending yourself and your freedoms from a tyrannical government, it is implied that the right to bear arms, shall not be infringed, would be to protect yourself from anything
Facts.
and everything.
Facts.
Not just a tyrannical government. You get to keep them because you need them to
Yeah.
protect yourself against a tyrannical government. Yeah, don't let the tyrannical government take over, but also
Right.
defend yourself. Not just from them, but also the other things that happen that prevent you
Like
from
the dumb
freedom
criminals.
of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. In another ruling, she disagreed with what actually went down, so she was on the losing part. I think it was 6-3, not in her favor. But she stated that the Bill of Rights, the Federal Amendment, the Second Amendment, did not guarantee individuals to own a firearm against state and local government regulations.
Oh
so if I
my
confused
God.
you there, which I'm sure I did because sometimes my words don't work so good, she is saying that the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, does not apply if a state or local government creates some sort of law or statute stating that that right should be infringed upon. Welcome.
Imagine if your agents did not have guns. They probably got robbed, make fun of ABCDEFG. Just throwing it out there.
to New York.
Escape from New York.
Which
Escape
is
from New
baffling
York.
to me because it's in the Bill of Rights. It's a federal document. An amendment is a federal statute.
Document, yep.
Federal statutes trump state ones. So yeah, I find that strange. Federal law does not supersede state law. Very strange way to put that. Because if that were so, different states could just make up a law saying that the ATF is no longer allowed in their state.
Facts.
And I'm sure that Sotomayor really likes the ATF. In fact, she ruled against bump stocks. I know that they just got put back in the hands of individuals.
Nice.
They're taken away, now they're back. But when they were getting put back in our hands, she had a dissenting opinion and said, no, it makes the weapon fully automatic. It's like, no, it doesn't. It's still
doesn't.
a single trigger press per round. It's just a way to do it faster.
Put a pistol on a brace, it turns into a gun.
Why can't we have fun?
That is the dumbest statement ever.
And I bring this up because what she decided on and these dissenting opinions going against the Second Amendment would have prevented her from owning a firearm should she have been in that car.
Facts.
Oh, hey, normal person. You don't get to own a firearm, even though the bad guy's got one, for
Right.
self-defense. Because the Second Amendment says you should only have it to protect yourself against a tyrannical government. So
Right.
self-defense, that doesn't apply here. You see how the train of thought... How ironic.
Great
that
edit.
Supreme Court justice against individual gun ownership rights is protected buy firearms, and had
Yep.
she had been in a car and just carjacked because she's sitting there just twiddling her thumbs, playing on her phone before she goes inside her house, she wouldn't have been able to own a firearm. She wouldn't have been able to defend herself from her own rules. So, hopefully that changes her mind. Anywho,
Probably not.
the best way to support the channel is to get yourself a shirt. Look at that, I got new shirts.
Best way to support the channel is by subscribing. I'm gonna leave the original link down below. Shout out to AC, making great content.
Shaven and
Hope that judge
misbehaving.
learned
Yeah,
her lessons.
I've said
you
it
know?
once before, but there's a video that's coming up soon, and I reference it. Trust me. Cheapest way to support the channel is leave a comment.
And subscribing and
Tell me what
dropping
you
a
think.
like. Comment
Is
down
it
below.
kinda hypocritical that
It is hypocritical.
a Supreme Court justice is protected by guys with firearms, and that their shooting of this armed robber is totally justified? But if it was
Right.
an individual,
In
based on her
self-defense.
prior law
Right.
statements, decisions, they might not have been able to have been
Probably
afforded
not.
that same defense. I find it interesting. What do you think? By the way, I'm on Pepperbox now, and if you don't know what Pepperbox is, it's where myself, Donut Operator, Demo Ranch, a lot of the people on YouTube who see the writings on the wall, YouTube demonetizing a lot of GunTube, we decided to start up a streaming service that should YouTube just wipe us all out, you could still be able to find us. Now, all of my stuff is still going to be here on YouTube for free, so you don't have to worry about having to pay for anything. It's still going to be here.
Good. I gotta subscribe to that services. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Catch you guys next time, and make sure you stay packing because these dumb criminals are everywhere.